The story is set in 19th century France, spanning multiple decades. It follows the story of Jean Valjean, a former prisoner convicted for stealing a loaf of bread to feed his family, and his quest for redemption as he seeks escape and reconciliation with his former captor, Javert. Simultaneously, he takes on the dying wish of a woman he meets to protect her only child and carries her safely through the French Revolution, which is beginning in the streets of Paris.
Okay. Well, I would say that my favorite scene is probably Attack on Rue Plumet, because I get to wield a knife on my own daughter, and it is really fun.
Innkeeper's song, just the inn scene in general is really fun. I get to insult my husband. It's not a real husband, but anyways, it's fun. I get to try to kick someone after they fall down. Get to mess with lots of props and threaten Josiah with a knife, even though I'm not actually going to use it, but it's fun. There's a lot of shouting for my character. Like Madame Thenardier, she shouts at little children, she shouts at her husband, she shouts at the audience too.
I don't know, my favorite scene, I would say Lovely Ladies, because it's a really difficult scene to go through, and that's the scene where you kind of see Fantine just, her selling different parts of herself, and you see like how much she cares for her daughter and how willing she is and how far she'll go to care for her daughter and save her and stuff, even though the Thenardiers completely fooled her and just wanted more money, which is bad on them.
So this year my favorite scenes in the musical are probably all the scenes at the barricade with the students. I just really enjoy that, and I mean, imagining that we're like in a cause that's greater than ourselves, and imagining myself in that same position.
And I'm really excited for this musical because we got the stage and everything.
Just everything with all the COVID stuff, like the big new stage and like how big it is and how amazing it's actually working out.
But the stage is so much fun. As soon as we got it, it was like a bunch of children on a jungle gym. We all just started running around it. It was great. And it's still fun to just move around it in general, even though I have a really long skirt and it makes it difficult to move.
We have to do a lot of different spacing, so the main motivation is like staying 10 feet apart.
One of the main things that has been different is that we haven't really been able to have contact, obviously, and yeah, that's been a big effect on the show, because some of the scenes we can't really, it's kind of awkward because we have to have contact to show emotion.
It's hard to stage scenes because we're all really far apart, and sometimes you might have to go really close to someone just to do something specific, and then you have to get away as soon as you can. Difficult to sing in masks because when you're dancing, you just kind of, you run out of breath really quickly, and then you can't gain it back because when you breathe in, it's a little restricted. So it's possible, it's just much more difficult than it would be in previous years.
We wear masks, it's outside.
Being musical has been pretty fun for me, especially being a new student. Musical theater is like my biggest thing, and so it's been really helpful to just kind of like force me to spend time with people and get to know people better. So I've definitely made a lot of friends doing musical that I didn't think I was going to end up making, and Les Mis has always been like a dream musical for me. We always listened to the soundtrack like growing up, like in the car on the way to church, or like just on the way to like dinner or something. We'd always listen to like Les Mis soundtrack, so I just knew all the songs already. And yeah, so it's pretty exciting to be a part of this, especially as Eponine. She's quite a power character, so.
I decided to do the musical this year mostly just because I do it, or I have been doing it every year, and I would think that since I was a senior this year that I was hoping to get a lead, which I did. Yay! Exciting stuff.
Yeah, I was excited to do musical this year to spend more time with the seniors who aren't going to be here next year, because we had a really strong cast this year. Like with all the new people coming, like Melody and Josiah and Simon, it was just great to see them coming, and yeah, so we have a really solid cast, and I wanted to be part of it.
And I wanted to do it because all my friends are doing it, and yeah, and I did it yes, I did it last year. Yeah.
I would say the reason I probably chose to do the musical is just because I have a lot of friends that are involved in it, and Les Mis is also like one of the greatest musicals of all time. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and come watch.
You should come to the show because it has a really important message, and we have an amazing cast and crew, and we've worked really hard on it.
Why is it a They should come and see it because we like sweated a lot. And I have a blister from this costume. And so like I'm in a lot of pain for this show. So you can come see it.
They should come see it because it's very different this year. And there's cool platforms that you get to see people stand on. I guess it's not as cool if you're not standing on them, but yeah, it's outside. Outside is pretty cool. Les Mis is a pretty famous musical, so it's going to be exciting to see what UHS can do. So yeah.
All right, so my advice would be to just, not let it get to you. So us older kids, we really appreciate it when there are younger kids coming in and doing the plays with us. We try really hard to not be super cliquish and try not to separate out between grades. Theater has been one of the main ways that I've made friends in different grades. So I'm a senior, but I have sophomore friends that I met as freshmen last year. And in general, we just really try to be a welcoming atmosphere, and I think we succeed pretty well at that. So if you're afraid that, of the big old seniors, we're really not that scary, and we really enjoy getting to know the younger grades.
Come see the musical because it's good, and we'd appreciate your presence.